If you own an F53 motorhome, you're gonna wanna see this video.
Tech Time Tuesday.
Hey everybody, happy Tech Time Tuesday. I'm Rich as usual, but today I've got a very, very good customer. We got to meet each other a couple days ago and we hit it off real well. I'm very impressed with your story and some of the stuff that you said. But without further ado, would you introduce yourself to our audience and tell us a little bit about your coach that's behind us?
Yeah, so my name is Tim. I've owned my Coachman here. It's a Class A on a Ford F53 chassis. Had it for about 2 years. Bought it new, loving the way it looks. Get inside, start driving it, and it was, you know, that waterbed, right? You're just all over the place on the road. Didn't matter how fast or how slow I was going, I was all over the place. So started doing some research and said, well, what can we do to make this thing drive at least somewhat straight down the road? And well, I found out there's some sway bars you can get some upgraded shocks, you can do different things. And then I ran into Henderson's and I said, well, nationwide search, I'm in Southern California, they're in Oregon. I said, okay, well, I can drive there, but how am I gonna get there? Because, well, this thing is all over the place. So did a few things to it beforehand and then brought it here to Henderson and they just really dialed it in. So, and I'm just couldn't be happier, Rich. Could not be happier.
Okay, I just gotta say that I had never heard anybody say that it handles like a waterbed. I just love that analogy because that's kind of how it felt. It was just kind of moving all over the place, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it wasn't just leaning one side or it wasn't just going forward or backwards. I mean, it was just, it reminded me when I was a kid, my parents had the waterbed, you jump on and you just didn't know where you're gonna go.
Daddy, can I have a waterbed? Please, Daddy, can I have a waterbed?
So that's exactly what we were dealing with, and I just don't even know how they can consider that motorhome roadworthy out of the factory, but that's what most people get, and there is ways to make it better.
Yeah, so you came up and did something called the RPA. It stands for the Road Performance Assessment. You had one of our best technicians, Matt, take you on that drive. How was that drive with Matt?
Well, it was good, and the good thing was he prepared me for some of the stunt maneuvers he was going to be doing. So things that, you know, I would say kids don't do that at home because it's a little scary. But it was nice. He took me on a nice road course. Got to talk about some of the challenges that I had. I had a lot of shaking and a lot of roughness in the front. So any little bump you'd hit, just like the whole front cabin sounded like it was going to explode. I had issues with wind buffeting and just didn't feel too comfortable, even with some of the modifications I had already done, passing big rigs or semis or just anything big on the road. So really got to chat with him about that, and he got a good feel of my coach and gave me some great recommendations on how to get that all fixed.
You mentioned the term wind buffeting. People might go, what the heck is that? So on our website, we have a thing called Common Problems Most RVers Have, and I'll put a link in the description where that's at. But a lot of people watch these videos and are like, why should I make the drive to Henderson's? I don't know. What advice would you give to someone who says, you know, I'm kind of thinking about coming up there? What advice would you give that person?
Yeah. So as you mentioned, Rich, I'm a college professor. My areas of expertise is information systems and cybersecurity. And part of just, in addition to just doing teaching, I also do research. So when we find a problem, whether it's technology related, in this case with my motorhome and how can I drive safely down the road, you know, I started looking at the forums. What were people saying? What can you do to it? And everything just kept on pointing back to Henderson's. And then not only do they do the work, but they even have their own product line. So I was thinking, well, why would I just go to a shop that just installs the products that they made and manufactured and spec'd out when I can come directly to the source? So, and no one really else had an RPA where you can actually go down with the technician, explain to them firsthand as they're feeling what you're feeling and tell them what your concerns are. Everyone else says, okay, well, talk to the service advisor. Service advisor talks to the technician, and then you have all this layers in between. So I wanted to be directly speaking to the people who can fix the problem.
Awesome. I mean, am I paying you to do this? I'm not slipping you a $20 bill, am I?
You can't see it, but it's on the bottom though.
It's down here where it's changing cash. No, so you just had your final drive. We take it on another drive after we made some modifications. So tell us a little bit, because people are watching this, they may own an F53. Tell us a little bit about what aftermarket products do you have on your coach? Yeah. So what do you got?
So when I first started, before getting here, because I wanted to get here first and I did not feel comfortable coming with nothing. So I started off with front and rear sway bars, a track bar in the back, upgraded shocks, quadri shocks now, just recently added by you guys in the back. So that really makes the back really, really nice. We did the steering.
Safety Plus.
Safety Plus, keeps it on the road. There's so many things to it, as you can
And
imagine.
then you had radius rods put on the front.
The radius rods were, I can't talk enough about those. So
Yeah.
it just really got that steering nice and comfortable. Where they talk about one-handed driving, that was really, really one of the big items. So highly recommend
So
it.
you did the before drive. That was an eye-opening experience. Tell us a little bit about what differences did you see from the before and after now that you've had all those aftermarkets put on your F53.
Well, one of the things that I'll mention that we discovered throughout the road performance assessment and after you guys kind of diagnosed it was, although I had these nice shocks on, I guess there's front shocks and rear shocks. So if you put them backwards, it doesn't work out too nice. So that was
We didn't do that, did we?
That was
No,
not
that
you
was
guys. So I'm glad I came here because my first shop I installed those backwards. So we got that corrected, fixed a lot of the harshness in the front, and it is night and day with steering and driving and the comfort that I have to be able
That's
to drive
awesome.
down the
So
road.
now as you head back down to Southern California, it drives so well that you could just put on cruise control, go back and make a sandwich.
Yeah.
And you're good to go.
I'm gonna have to talk to Tesla about can I borrow some of their self-driving technology? That way I can just put it on cruise control.
No, that's funny. We do a lot of customer interviews, and I got to give you a compliment. I just love the analogies that you gave. I don't know if they're trademark. If I got to give you every time I mention, I got to hand you $1.
There'll be a slight royalty there, Rich.
But thank you, Tim. Appreciate it. I always say that the customers are the best part of our business. Without you, we don't have a business. So I really appreciate you taking the time to come out there.
Thanks,
Anything you want to close with?
No, I'm just very happy. Thanks for all your hard work. All the people here. I stayed here 3 days. It was like family. I parked my coach here. Was able to get started first thing every morning. So just once again, thank you for all your hard work, and I appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you for watching this video. We really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. Our goal is to give you value. If you like anything here, please subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so that when new videos are uploaded, you can be in the loop. Until we see you in another video, we wish you safer and happier driving.